Hey,
Lou, how we doing this morning?
Baruch Hashem, I'm doing okay. It's the 14th of November. Rabbi Levitt, Gemorra.
14th of November. Wow.
Time is flying.
Okay. Very good. So we are on page 101A, and we got up to Gemorra still struggling with this case over here, trying to figure out what's going on. And
The last paragraph on the left-hand side of 101A 2.
just seeing if we have some Rashi for Lou to read over here.
We're going to go back to
We have Rashi Dibra Maskil Amre V'Ein Shebach V'Chule, which is in the narrow lines. It's the third Rashi in the narrow lines after Teranu and Tzava Behen.
What's the Dibur Maskil again, please?
Amre, then it has the whole sentence. V'Ein Shebach V'Chule.
Amre v'i ein shevach kule mi matzi amar le les lecha gaboi velo midi. Okay, wow, that's quite a mouthful. Uh, he said if there is no improvement, etc. Me who one who finds to say that there is not to you Gaboye is a need
Gaboy by me.
by me and not by my hand. Bitmiya, it's a wonder. Nahai nami de chazutza lav milsa he lema le havli samani simani de af sidsinehu.
Right.
So it's a wonder, meaning it's a question. The more is asking a question. What is nahi? I don't know this word nahi.
Granted,
He's also prevented from seeing that it's not something, that it's not significant.
Nahi means granted. Like albeit. Granted, Nami also the Chazuz Alav Milsa. Like in English, we would say, like, let's say for the sake of the argument that we come out that Chazusa is Lav Milsa. So what does that mean? That means that the appearance of the of the dye on the wool is Lav Milsa. It's not significant. It's not regarded as being anything. It's like it's not there. It doesn't have any material reality, whatever you want to say. Even on that, even if we say for the sake of the argument that we're going to say that that's what we say the din is. Chazus is lav milsa. Nevertheless,
he can say, give me the I guess the ingredients. What is this last word? De apsidis anhu.
Okay, now the three-letter shorish of this word is pei samach dalid, and so this means that you caused a loss to them. Give me back the samanai that you caused a loss to them in stealing them and then putting them on the wool, and now they're it's like my and my stuff is not around, but nevertheless you were the one that took it and caused it that I have a loss of not having them. So who cares whether Chazusa is Lav Milsa? Let Chazusa be Lav Milsa, but give me back the stuff that you stole and that I don't have it anymore. That's the hefsid. That's the loss that you've caused me of the Samanai.
So what's the bitmia? What is he saying is the question?
Okay. The question is that how can you say that the issue of whether Chazusa is Lav Milsa or not should determine whether this Goslin has to pay anything to the guy for the stuff that he stole? That's the bitmia. In other words,
who cares?
Who cares whether who cares whether you say that the appearance of the color on the wool is milsa or lav milsa? Who cares? The bottom line is that the guy stole it, and the owner doesn't have it anymore, and therefore he caused him a loss of his things that he stole, and he's got to give them back to him. What difference does it make whether you regard the color on the wool to be significant and material or not?
But didn't we say that the issue or the importance of the appearance being significant is in determining whether or not the thief acquires the improvement?
That was in the last step. That was in the step before where we said that let's say that the case that we're judging about is the case where he stole the raw materials and then transformed them into dye, and then he dyed his wool with the dye that he made. So on that, the Gemorra also said, like you said, who cares about whether it's whether the appearance on the wool is material, it's not material. So what? In any case, he won't have to pay because he acquired it with a shinui. So yeah, a little sticky over there, because at that point, that only means that he doesn't have to give we thought he doesn't have to give the dye back, because if we say that the dye is not here, we don't regard it as being here, so then there's nothing here that he's got to give back. And so the Gemorra said, "What do you mean? What's the? Obviously, he doesn't have to give back the dye. He acquired the ingredients with a shinui that he transformed them. Obviously, he's not going to have to give back the dye that he transformed from the raw materials. then the Gemara said, okay, we're not talking about that case. We're talking about he stole ready-made dye that was seeping in the vat, and it's ready to be used. So he didn't do any shinui whatsoever. So now the Gemara says, what? Over here also. Over here also. Who cares whether Chazuz is milsa or not? In any case, he stole the dye, and he's got to pay for it. Period. So we don't understand at this point in the Gemara what the shaila that the Gemara is asking the Aboya. What's it got to which case are we talking about that we got to decide this shaila? And if however we decide that shaila about whether Chazuz is lav milsa, that'll determine a case practically. What's does he have to pay? He doesn't have to pay. So far, we haven't been able to successfully do that because we said in both of the cases that we suggested so far, it doesn't matter whether Chazuz is milsa or not. So that was that Rashi. And now we read the next statement, which the Gemara said, "Ela lahach gisa." Ela lahach gisa. From this perspective, ein shebach samanim al gabe atzemer uboil shalumile. Udilma yesh shebach samanim al gabe atzemer v'amarle hamanchi kamach shaklinu. Oh, so what's the Gemara here saying? The Gemara is saying that on the side that Chazuz is lav milsa and the improvement of the color on the wool is not regarded as though anything is there. So on that side, says the Gemara, uboy shlumile. Oh, so therefore he'll have to pay for the dye that he stole. Okay. So now we're saying it's not a question whether he has to pay or doesn't have to pay. The question is that we're saying, is Hazusa milsa? Is it regarded as though the dye on the wool is be'en, that it's physically there? There's something there that the Goslin can now fulfill his obligation of returning what he stole by giving this dye on the wool back. If we say that no, it's not regarded as though it's be'en, it's not regarded as though it's there. In that case, what will the Goslin have to do? He won't be able to get off scot-free. He'll just have to pay for what he stole. Or do we say, says the Gemara, Udilma yeshevach samanim al gabi tzemer? Or we say that Chazusa is yes milsa. The appearance of the color on the wool is milsa, meaning it's regarded as though it's be'en. It's regarded as though it is physically there. There's something that's there that we can point to and say, this is what the Goslin stole. In which case, the Gemara says that the Goslin would say, "Hamanche kamach shaklinu." He'll present the wool to the guy, and he'll say, "Here's the dye on the wool, and you are welcome to take your dye back. That's yours. Here it is. I'm giving it to you. Take it."
How can he take it back? It's part of the wool now.
Oh, so that's what the Gemara. That's the Gemara's next step. So the Gemara answers. Also, it's a bitmia. Shaklino. What? How he's going to take the dye from the wool? But my shakle, how's he going to do that exactly? But Safon, he's gonna take scrubbing
Detergent.
detergent stuff. Safon abure ma'abar, it'll successfully get the stuff the dye off of the wool. Hashaba lo avid, but it's not going to allow the dye to be returned to the rightful owner. Hashaba lo avid, it can't accomplish the return of the item that was stolen. So that's not a proper return of a stolen item, says the Gemorra. The Goslin has to make a return, has to do a hashava. He has to do a returning of the stolen item that he stole. And the Gemorra says hashava lo avid. This is not. He didn't do a proper return of the dye in doing this. We have Rashi over here. We have Safon. What is Safon?
Where's the fun in the Gemorra? I can't find it.
Where is Safon in the Gemorra?
It's the word detergent, Roy. It's 101A2, left hand
Oh, I
column, the
Yeah.
third paragraph, the third line.
Right, thanks. Why didn't I see it? All right. Fine.
So what's this word shavyan?
That's Rashi's French
Oh,
for the word Safon.
he's just telling us it means detergent.
Yeah.
So, also Shavia, is it?
Yeah,
Shvan. I don't know how to pronounce it.
shavyan, shavon.
Wasn't there a soap in America, borax?
Yes.
Oh, X, yes.
So that word borax comes from the word that I have on the side of my Gemorra. It translates the word of Rashi from the French to the to the Hebrew, or in this case, it's a universal word. It's called Boris.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Base Vav Resh Yud Tuf. I think so. That comes from the word borax. Borax comes from the word Boris.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's not a Hebrew word. It's a universal word for detergent. I don't. Yeah. So that's okay. That's that word.
No, Yesh Sheva. Where is that?
Hashava lo ovid. That's after the word safon. Gemara asks, but safon. You want him to take off the Gemara said, first of all, how's he going to take it off? But my shakle, how's he going to take off the dye from the wool? So the Gemara says, but safon. Oh yeah, but safon. Says the Gemara, safon. Oh, that'll do a good job of taking it off. Abure ma'abar. It'll take it. It'll take it off the wool. Hashavalo of it, but it won't successfully be able to return the dye to do hashava.
Mm-hmm.
he'll use this borax, and the dye and the wool will get uh, the dye will be removed from the wool, but the dye will be filled with borax and schmutz and it won't be usable anymore. So that's not regarded as a proper return of the dyeing material that he stole. When he stole the dyeing material, it was capable of being used to dye the wool with. But now, after you remove it with the borax, it's certainly not going to be able to uh, do the job. So it's just a bunch of guck over there. So that's not regarded as a hashava, says the Gemara. Hashava lo ovad. It didn't accomplish that. Doesn't accomplish returning it to the stolen party, and so therefore that's not going to be a viable uh, alternative for the Goslin, and therefore that's not going to be a viable way to explain the Gemara. What do we see? What are we trying to do over here? We got the question of the Abaya. The question of the Abaya was is is this improved value that's been put on the wool? Is it is it is it regarded as something material or not? And so the Gemara is trying to figure out which case is it that the yeshiva had that question about, because that question has to have a practical application, and so far we haven't been successful to find a practical application of 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 uh, of whether this dye on the wool is materially there or not. So that's what's going on over here so far.
I thought we said, let's assume it's material. I thought we moved on from that and we said, let's assume it is material. Now, where do we go?
Well, what Rashi explained, what the Gemara meant over there is that in the case that you have chosen, in that case with the Goslin, whether or not the even if we would determine that Chazusa is Milsa, even if we would determine that it is so, it's irrelevant, because in any case we have another reason to where it's clear why the Goslin what his obligations will be towards the one that he stole from. It won't depend upon this issue of Chazus Alav Milsa. So that what we meant when we say, even if we say that it is Milsa, so it doesn't matter. He won't the God that won't affect the din. In other words, we're looking for a case where, depending on how we decide the question of whether Chazusa is Milsa or not, that issue and that issue alone will determine what the chiyuv of the Goslin will be towards the nigzal. That's the case that we're looking for, and it's not that we already decided that the Chazusa is Milsa or not Milsa. That was just a way of showing that it doesn't matter how we decide. The din in that case will not be dependent upon whether Chazusa is Milsa or not. Okay. So now the Gemara is going to present another suggestion. So we're up to Elahacha B'Mayaskinan, and we got 2 minutes left. Wow. Who wants to read Hachel Mayaskinen? Roy.
Also,
101A2, left-hand column, last paragraph.
אילו הוכו במאי kino. Rather, what case we're dealing with here? Kugun, the Gazel, Tsemer, the Samanin, the Chad. The case where he robbed wool and dye ingredients, that it is the liquid dye belonging to one person.
Yeah.
Tzava lehahu tzemer b'hanen b'neich simonim, and he dyed that wool with these dye ingredients. V'ka mahader le nihali l'tzemer, and he now returns the dyed wool to the owner. The inquiry is as follows. Yesh shavach samanim al gabei hatzemer. Is the improvement of the dyed ingredients considered something material on the wool? V'ka mahadar le samanim v'tzemer. And thus, when the thief returns the dyed wool, he's returning to the owner both the dye ingredients and the wool. Or Delima and Shevach Simonim al Gover Semer, or perhaps the improvement brought about by the dye ingredients is not considered something material on the wool. The Temer Mahader lay, and thus when he returns the dyed wool, he's returning to him only the wool. Samanim lo mahadar le, but he is not returning to him the dye ingredients.
Right. So what's happening over here? The Goslin stole both the wool and the ready made and prepared dye from one person, and then he goes ahead and he dyes the wool with the dye that he stole from this guy, and then so obviously, what does he have to do now? He's got to return the wool that he stole, and he's got to return the dye that he stole. But now the question is, so how's he going to do that? So what does he do? Let's say if he gives back the wool that he dyed to the owner, and he says, "Here's your wool and here's your dye." Right? I gave you back everything that I stole from you. Do we say that is regarded as that he has returned the dye as well as the wool? Or do we say, well, the wool he's returned, but the dye he hasn't really returned? And why is it regarded that he hasn't returned it? Is because we say that chazusa is lav milsa. This appearance of the dye on the wool is not regarded as the dye being there. That's not regarded as a material reality. It's not regarded as being there. So if so, it's not regarded as though he returned the dye that he stole. That's what the Gemorra wants to. And so now, or do we say, oh, chazusa is milsa. The appearance of the dye on the wool is regarded as that the dye is there. It is material there. It's regarded as being there, and therefore that is if the Goslin returns it to the Nigzal, that'll be regarded as though he returned both the dye as well as the wool, and like that we have a case which in which we will our question is relevant to. That's the Gemorra suggestion right now. Okay.
But he can't use the dye. And maybe he didn't want to dye the wool red.
Maybe he. Okay.
And if he's in the case where he's returning the wool, but
So you're
not the dye, what is the red stuff on the wool?
well. If we say Chazusa is Milsa, we're saying that the dye is right here. I'm returning you your dye. It's right here on the wool.
Right.
That's so. Is that regarded as the Gazlan returned what he stole, or is it not regarded as though it's there?
Mhm.
If it's not regarded as though it's there, so then he hasn't returned anything that he stole. We don't regard it as being. We don't regard the dyeing material as being there on the wool. It's just a color now. It's a color on the wool. That's nothing. That's not that doesn't we don't say that the dye is there. It's just a color now on the wool. The wool's been colored. But where's the dye? The dye is the. That's really what you're saying, I guess. That he's not returning him the dye. That's not called the dye is there.
If the wool is coloured, he's not returning the wool. Regardless how you consider the dye, it's still coloured, the wool.
Okay, but why is he not? Why did he not? The wool.
Different. It's different. You know, he's made an improvement to it, or he's made a change to it, to the wool.
So it's even better. It's worth even more now.
And
No,
it's
it's not.
1235, right?
Yeah. Okay. But all right. But he didn't. But he may have made an improvement, but it's not the white wool.
Oh, so you want to say it's not regarded that he returned what he stole?
Yes.
Okay.
Despite
see.
what the
We'll
Rabbanim
see tomorrow. Very good.
I guess we're finished for today.
Yashikoya.
Oops.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Be well.
Good luck with your computer today, Rabbi.
Yeah.
It was good today.
Yeah. What's going to happen tomorrow if you don't have your computer?
We'll have to. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what.
All right.
Hopefully, I'll have it. I don't think he's going to take it so long.
Okay. Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Alan. Bye, Roy. Bye, Lou.
Bye bye.